Welcome to Your Retirement Lifesaver with Elise Roberts. This show's mission is to share financial knowledge that brings you peace and abundance for your financial future. Let today's planning remove tomorrow's uncertainty. Let's turn it over to our host, Elise Roberts.
Hi, everyone. Welcome again to the next episode of Your Retirement Lifesaver. I have with me again today, Ed Roberts. This is my husband. Many of you know Ed, some of you don't yet. So as we go, you'll get to know him a little bit better. So I'm going to really ask Ed to share with us some things today and maybe start our episode out and kind of switch roles a little bit.
Okay, great. Well, since this is new for me too, so let's get started. So what do you think are some of the components of a healthy mindset?
A mindset for, in general, financial. What do you mean?
I think that has to be in general, but kind of with specific note to financial, because I think you have to have. If you don't have a good mindset, it doesn't really matter what you're looking at specifically.
Oh, well, when I think about a healthy mindset, and Ed really helps me with that because we have such different thought with our mindsets. We are very different, yet we complement each other very well. I believe that you have to have three components: the mind, the body, and the spirit. So my healthy mindset is not my mind. It has to do with balance. It has to do with all three of those components: my mind, my body physically, and my spirit. And I think that being balanced really helps me make good decisions regarding financial, regarding life, regarding health. Everything that we do, we have to have that balance. And so that thought balance, that balance of mind, body, and spirit helps our thought to be very, very balanced.
Well, I think that's really true, and that's good because, if we're sick, how do we feel sometimes? We think a little bit differently. It just changes our day, and we all come across illness. We all come across challenges. But I think that balanced mindset allows us to stay level and be able to make good decisions.
And sometimes it's hard to do when you don't feel good.
It's always hard to do. Life is a struggle, but a balanced mindset makes that struggle a little bit easier.
Yeah, it does. It certainly does.
So what habits should we incorporate into our routine to keep our mindset consistently healthy?
So when I think about a routine, one of the first things that, you do when you wake up, I think is key. So whatever that is for you, think about what you do when you get out of bed in the morning or before you get out of bed in the morning. What's that first thing that you do? One of the things I do, and I've started doing it in the past few months, is I take a very, very deep breath. And that very deep breath gives me oxygen. And I've been doing some reading and understanding of how important that oxygen is in our body. And we are being deprived of that in everything we do. So to take that very, very deep breath first, step out of bed, and then start that next process. My routine in the morning is, I believe, very healthy. When you think about what you do in the morning, think about it. Is it to start your day with the mindset of it's going to be an awesome day? I'm going to meet new people today. I'm so excited. It's one of the things I tell myself is, wow, I can't wait to see what's in store for me today. And I look forward to that. Like today, I don't know who is out here today, who's going to be joining us, who's going to be reaching out and scheduling that 15-minute appointment, and who we're going to get to meet. I love that part of our lives that we just don't know. So the habits we form in the morning or to start our day really guides the rest of our day. And I always like to remind myself of something that I was taught very young. You can start your day over at any time. Because you have a bad morning doesn't mean it has to be a bad day. Because you have a bad moment doesn't mean it has to be the entire day. So when you think about everything that you do, the decisions you're making every day, I think it's important where you started your day. When you're making financial decisions, you start your day with a positive mindset, you get out in the traffic and things change. The traffic pulls your mind into that negative, or what if somebody bumped into the back of your car? That's going to be a little more challenging if you're having to make a big decision that day, like financial. like meeting with someone like us, another professional even, whatever you're doing that day, all of those things do matter. So that starting that day with those habits that you form for yourself. And of course, every one of us is different. So form good habits in the morning and watch your days start to change. And remember, you can start it over at any time, because sometimes you have to start your day 3 times just to make sure you keep that healthy mindset.
And I think that's very good, because we can all get a situation can change our mindset at any time. And if you start down a negative path, it seems to become exponentially more true, and you really find your day becoming bad. So I think it's when you find yourself finding one of those negative things, somebody cuts you off in traffic, which is a problem. You know, certain things can just really take your focus really quick. And I think when that happens, to me, really, that really is almost like kryptonite. It's meant to pull away your greatness, because you can change that mindset at time. So I think it's very well said. So,
I think I want to switch this on you here. So I'm kind of pulling some little tricks out of him because he's not prepared for some things, but he's so good off the cuff. I love doing this to you. I love saying, I'm going to flip this question.
This is not rehearsed.
Yeah, we don't rehearse this because we want this to be fun, and we try to bring a lot of lightness to, our subject is financial and how we help you protect money, but also we want you to get to know who we are as a person and who we are as a couple and how we work. And soon you'll meet employees that we have and other clients. You've met some of our clients who they've shared some of their testimonials. So we want this to start being a little more fun as we go through these episodes. So
that's right, because this is a relationship, and in the financial realm or anything, you have a lot of opportunity and choices. And so I think it comes down beyond what they know, beyond what they do, beyond that character, beyond that integrity. It's also about that connection to the person, because it makes that experience more specific to you.
So I'm going to ask you to share. Think about a client or clients that we have, and think about their experience. The ones that experience that strong financial success and the direct relationship and the link to that mindset that person has. Think about a client, maybe one, maybe there's several, and I think there's many that we have that strong financial success is tied directly to that mindset of that client.
Well, I think that if you're well prepared, obviously your mindset's a little bit better because you have that sense of ease, that sense of security. The one good thing that I can say is that we've never put anyone in a position where they've had a negative mindset from the experience, where they've lost. And that's truly a blessing. I mean, not everything can go up all the time, but you can definitely make sure it never goes down. And that gives people that sense of security, that knowing, some predictability. It really gives a comfort level. But what you said is true, is I don't think there's any one particular person. There's always the great success one that everybody thinks they can be that one. You can't. Or the person that maybe didn't have quite as much. But most people will experience the same relative success, same relative comfort, and those things that are really important. And as I mentioned when she asked me a question last night, and it's what brought this up, is I said that I said it because sometimes I'll just say things that come right off my mind.
I asked you a few questions last night, so I'm not really sure which one will go for me.
Well, having your financial situation.
Oh, well.
See, he's going to tell me where it's not good or bad.
Right.
Remember,
right. Well, I know what you said last night was it's not about the money, because money, go ahead. I'm going to let you say money, your words.
Money doesn't make you happy, but it can certainly make you very sad. It can make you very insecure. It can make you tenuous about your future. And again, as we age, we need more certainty. We need more predictability. We need to know, okay, when this happens, I have a plan. This is how I'm going to experience my future, because as we age, we stop maybe necessarily earning, And now we're in the distribution phase. And it's a whole different experience when you know that you have a finite amount of money and it has to last you for, you don't know how long.
That's what I love about what we do. Most of our clients that come through the door for their anniversaries, their reviews, just want to come in and chat, they come in with that comfort and say those things to us. I feel so good because I know this is never going to stop. I'm never going to not have this income. Or they say, I just know this money is safe. And especially with what is going on right now in the market, in the whole climate, the financial climate, things are shifting. Things are changing. And if you don't make changes, you're going to be left behind, and you're going to be back behind the 8 ball when you go to need your money. I don't want you to have to work longer. We don't want you to live on less. So making those decisions now before more losses is key. So if you're experiencing, and I know this, and I love to share this part, right? We all know the market does this all the time. And that's a fact. And it will come back. That's a fact. But be very careful listening to that advisor who said, don't worry, you're in it for the long haul. Continue just doing what you're doing. Don't make changes. Here's why. For the past 14 years, we have trended up and down, but we've been trending up. And now we are going up and down, but we are trending down. And so where does that end for you? How much are you going to lose before you protect some of it? This is where we come in. Please give us a call. 15 minutes, and we will know if we want to talk further, we want to work together. But take that 15-minute call. Click on the button below and get on our calendar. We'd love to have a chat. I look forward to seeing you really soon. And thanks so much for joining me. I really love having this together, and this is new for us. So I'm really liking our episodes together.
Well, I always tell people, be wary when that person tells you, don't worry, because I promise you, he's not worried because he's not losing money. You should be worried, especially when you're losing money. And I just always tickle me because I do a lot of teaching. Is when you say, oh, don't worry, the market's coming back. They're 100% right. But it's coming back with your old money, not new money. That's a big
Well said. So that was really good. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate it. And thank you.
One other thing, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, is that kind of the approach beyond the knowledge, beyond the expertise and all the things we do to make things safe, which are 100% true, is that, and this is where Elise really has that intuition, is that when we're helping people, we always put ourselves in their place. If it were us, how would we do it? So everybody says, what would you do? I'm telling you what we're doing because that's what we do. We personally do these things. We're not telling you something that we do not do. We embrace it because we know it works.
We believe it.
Right. We believe it because we put the money where the mouth is, so to speak. So when you come in and we see your situation and say, well, if I was here, how would I do it? And then understand where you're at and bring that together.
And we consider you our client family once you do business with us. And we treat you like family. And we think about that. What would I tell my brother? What would I tell my sister if that was you? So thank you so much for sharing that. Thanks for joining us. I know we probably went over a little bit today, but we sure love spending time with you. And we can't wait till our next episode. See you soon.
This show is sponsored by Secure Today Financial. Thank you for being our guest. Never hesitate to reach out to our host, Elise Roberts. She considers every relationship important and thoroughly loves to help people gain peace in their finances. Elise's contact information is below, and we'll see you on the next episode.